has gone the running joke for the whole night is everybody's my favorite, but if one was going to be my favorite, for obvious reasons, this guy would definitely be my favorite, and he actually is my favorite. So give it up for Jim Brewsky.
All right, you guys are making history tonight. Between me and Ruben Paul, this is the biggest black comedy show ever in Asia. All right, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Jim Brewsky. I am black and Jewish. Yeah, I'm a one-stop shop for racism. I'm like a 7-Eleven. I'm open 24 hours. I'm from the United States. Here in Hong Kong, especially around Chungking Mansion, I am always being mistaken for an African. Now, there's nothing wrong with being African. I love my black brothers, but I'm black American. Please take note, I am already wearing a gold watch and a suit, not trying to sell you one. It's hard being a black Jew in Hong Kong. I'm the only one. Now, I grew up in Florida. I went to an all-Jewish school. I was the only black guy there. But I loved hanging out with those white Jewish kids. Oh man, I take them out, get them drunk, and rob them. Now, being Jewish, of course I had to get circumcised. But me being black, operation took 2 days. To find role models growing up, so I turned to television. My favorite cartoon was the Smurfs. They were the closest thing to being black and Jewish. They were bluish. Being a black Jew is kind of like being a Smurf. Only children believe in me. People sometimes ask me if it's confusing being black and Jewish. Of course it is. When it comes to women, I don't know what's more attractive, a big nose or a big ass. When I go shopping, I don't know if I want to buy a gold chain or a chain of restaurants. Now, a lot of people don't know there are black Jews, but there are many different kinds of Jews. There are Ethiopian Jews, Syrian Jews like Paula Abdul. Now in New York we have something called Hasidic Jews. You might know these guys, dress in all black, have curls on the temples. When I was younger, I thought that look was fashionable. I gave it a try. It did not work out. I couldn't grow those soft curls. All I could get were 2 frizzy Afro poofs on the side of my face. My rabbi said I looked like a chocolate Princess Leia. The force was not with me. Whew, so I am new here in Hong Kong. Oh man. When I first arrived, I was shocked to find out that domestic helpery is Now, I've only been here a couple months, and I think I've already experienced racism. Now, my first day here, I went to a cafe. As soon as I walked through the door, the woman behind the counter announced the order. Tall, black, Americano? And everybody turned and looked at me. I didn't know whose drink that was. This Chinese guy next to me yelled at me. Hey, they just say your name, go! Not get any better. My second day here, I went to a restaurant. Waiter came over. Yes, what would you like? I pointed to the menu and said, I'll take this one. He looked at me and said, nigga. He said it twice, like he was in a rap video. Nigga, nigga. Now, luckily, my friend was there to tell me that nigga means that one in Chinese. So now I have fun with it. Whenever I order food, I just point to the menu and say, nigga, please. hard being my size in Hong Kong. I didn't know I was big until I moved here. For real, for black Americans, I'm average. For college football, I'm small. Apparently in Hong Kong, I'm a monster. Being my size doesn't make dealing with the heat here any easier. I always walk around looking like a melting scoop of chocolate ice cream. Last week I was in the elevator standing next to this woman and her child. The little girl leaned over and licked my arm. The messed up part is, I kind of liked it. I did, I'm sorry, I did. So, being here in Hong Kong, it's hard being Jewish, at least for me. Before I came, oh man, I was real committed to my faith. I was a big Jew. That was before I discovered one chai on Friday nights. Now I'm a bad Jew. I'm a Jew in hiding, but I'm hiding from other Jews. Any Jewish people in the audience tonight? Let me hear you. Oh shit, they found me. Now I'm married. My wife is Chinese Jamaican. Yeah, I'll let that settle in your minds for a moment. We don't have kids yet, because I'm not sure how I should raise them. Black and Chinese, lazy and cheap. Chinese and Jewish, double cheap. All right, black Jamaican, world's fastest Olympic runner. Booyah! I need a financial planner. Wait a minute, I'm Jewish. No, I don't. Now, when I first met my wife, oh man, she was okay with me being black. When I told her I was Jewish, she freaked out. Yeah, she tried to run. But it's okay, I'm black, I caught her. Now, whenever we travel, we have adventures. Oh man, I took my wife to Japan. While we were there, I was wearing my suit and my sunglasses. And people were following us around, taking our photos. Turns out, they thought she was a celebrity, and I was her big black bodyguard. Man. But being new here in Hong Kong, it was hard for me to find a place to live. I ended up getting a place out on Park Island. Yeah! Oh, all right, let me hear you if you live on Park Island. That's everybody from the island, that's it. Alright, let's try that. Let me hear you if you know what Park Island is. And 10 more people. I chose the wrong place. Now the problem for me is that there aren't a lot of black guys here in Hong Kong. I'm the only one on the island. Now we have an amusement park out there. It's called Noah's Ark. Big replica boat, all the animals marching in line 2 by 2. I'm gonna take Ruben Paul and we gonna get in line. There's gonna be lions and tigers and black guys, oh my. Now even with the amusement park, it gets boring for me sometimes. Whenever possible, I like to make it fun. The other night I was taking the ferry home and these Chinese teenagers were sitting next to me. They started talking to me, you know, asking me, where are you from? So we started chatting, started drinking. It reminded me of the good old days. So I robbed them.
Brewsky, one more time, let Jim hear you guys.